Welcome to Zorgani Academy, Learning Management System, Lesson 13, Tutor LMS PRO Features, by Daryl Wilson.
A beautiful certificate that is awarded to users who finish the course. So congrats. So now that we talked about the actual settings and the course builder, now let's talk about the actual add-ons. So over here, let's first click on add-ons. Now what I'm going to do over here to demonstrate the features is I'm actually going to open up a second window and I'll compare each feature and show you where it's being applied. Now the very first feature that I want to show you guys before I go into the add-ons is the new front-end course builder. So here I'll click on course list and I will click on any course. You now have the option to edit all your courses from the front end, which is a more visual experience, right? So here I'll click on edit with front-end course builder. And now we can go ahead and build this course from the front end, right? So we can go ahead and see exactly what's gonna go on here. So we can set the category, the price, and it's just a more visual approach here. And here we have some course upload tips, just reminding us about what to do. But you guys can just go ahead and fill all of this out right here. And then once you guys are done, you'll then click on publish. And you guys can do this for all of your courses. So right here, I'll go ahead and just click on add a new course. And let's say, for example, you guys want to make a new course using the front end builder. Over here, I'll go to plus new and click on course. And this will be like intro to JavaScript or whatever, JavaScript. And then I'll click on publish. I can now click on edit with front end course builder, and then I can go ahead and build this course from the front end. It's just a different experience. I do like this front end builder. I think it's a lot more simplified, and I think it's a lot more easier for, instructors to create courses here from the front end. And also remember that yourself and other instructors will be allowed to use this front end course builder. So that's a pretty cool feature. All right, so got my mangoes here, got my fruit, got them all energized. Let's go ahead and walk you guys through these add-ons. Now the first one is the calendar, right? Now this is found in the actual student's dashboard over here under calendar. So if they click on calendar right here, they can actively see what courses are coming up, when they're assigned or whatever, right? So they do have a little calendar here that they can use, and they can see when there's certain dates or when there's specific deadlines. The next feature is content drip. What this allows you to do is unlock lessons by schedule or when the student meets specific conditions. And this is found in the edit course section. So when you are actually building the course, if you scroll down over here to the course settings, you'll then get a new tab right here that says content drip. You guys can choose to enable this. And what this does is that this actually schedules your course depending on specific conditions. So let's say, for example, they enrolled in the course, right? But the course doesn't start till like maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 months from now. For universities, you can enroll in the course like a year or something before like when it's actually set. So here you can schedule the course by dates. You can also schedule it from X days from enrollment. So that means like, hey, you know what? You got to wait at least 10 days before we, give you the course. Or you can say, you know what? I want the course content available subsequently. Or you can go ahead and say, this can only be available if you meet specific prerequisites. Now, let's say, for example, you guys do want to schedule a course content by date. To do this, you'll click on the course schedule content by date. You'll then click on update. And then once that's done, you will scroll to the actual course builder. You will then open up this course builder. And then you need to apply the date for every single lesson and quiz and assignment. I know that can be a little tedious. Hopefully in the future they find a better way to do that. But that's all we got right now, and it still works just fine. It's a little bit more work. You'll go down over here, and for the content drip settings, you will then go ahead and select a date on when this lesson can open. All right, and then once that's done, you'll then click on update lesson. So now that specific lesson will only be available until the 30th, right? So if you guys do decide to use the content drip settings for the date, that's how you guys can apply it. And next we have enrollments. Enrollment is where you can manually enroll students in the course. This can be found over here under the enrollment tab, and you can just go ahead and assign anyone to any course. So right here, I'll click on enroll a student. Now, right here, it's asking for searching a student, right? And you can actually create your own students in the user section of WordPress. So right here, you're gonna go down to the, where is it? The users, and then just click on add new. So let's say, for example, you wanna invite like your girlfriend or something, right? I'll just put like, so first you'll go ahead and make a username, right? So I'll just put in like Rebecca here, right? And then Rebecca at alo.com, and then Rebecca, and then Wilson, and then you can just go ahead and put whatever you want. Here, I'll just generate a password, and this will actually send a notification to the user that we have created an account on this website. For the role, we'll just leave it as subscriber, and then click on add new user. All right, and once that's done, you will see that Rebecca is now there. So now that we've done that, we'll go back to Tutor LMS, we'll go to enrollment, and now we can go ahead and enroll that specific student. So enroll a student, search students, we'll type in Rebecca, right? Rebecca Wilson, and I'm going to enroll Rebecca in the web design course, and then click on enroll student. And there you go. And now Rebecca can go ahead and come to the website, and then she can log in using the credentials that WordPress sends to her. You guys can always adjust the passwords as well for all of these users. Over here, click on all users. And I will, you guys can, first you can, if they forgot their password, just do a password reset. And that will allow them to change their own password. Or I'll click on edit. And you can go down here and set a new password for Rebecca. And then just say, hey, Rebecca, this is your new password. This is your temporary password. And then go ahead and make your own once you log into the account, right? So that's how you guys can enroll students onto your website. All right, next we have the gradebook. This is actually a pretty important feature. This shows the student progress from assignments and quizzes. Over here, let's go over here to Tutor LMS, and then we'll find the gradebook tab. Now, the first thing that we have to do is that we actually have to import data. So over here under grade settings, right now there is no grading system, so we need to import some. So right here, I'll click on import sample grade data. All right, and what that's done, what it's done here is that it's actually created a grading curriculum for us. So for example, 90 to 100 is an A. And then we have 80 to 89 is an A, and then also a 70 to 79 is also an A. You guys might need to adjust this because these are probably not correct. This should actually be an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F, right? So for example, over here, I'll click on edit, and this is a B, okay? And I'll update the grade. So you can see here how this is now A+, right? But this is a B. I'll change that from A+, it's just an A, right? There we go. It's funny. I went to a school. It was a private school, and 95 to 100 was an A. It was a really hard private school. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So here we have 70 to 79. All right. I'll update that. All right. So you guys will need to also adjust the points here, right? So we have 4, 3, 3.0, 2.5, and then 2.0. Personally, I'm not really sure how you want to grade your school, but I'm just going to just keep this very basic. If they get a B, that's going to be 3 points, right? If they get a C, that's going to be 2 points, right? And then, obviously an F, we'll just give them 1 point for this F, right? All right. And then obviously, I don't know if you want to give them something for this one right here. Maybe 0.5 or something, they have to get some points, right? I mean, they actually attempted the assignment, and I don't really know. However you want to put your grading curriculum, you'll just do it here, right? So we have an A, a B, here we have the D, right? The D is also going to be what? We'll just do 1 point as well. Or no, we'll do 1.5. I don't know. Here we go, 1.5, right? Just so this all makes sense. A, B, C, D, and then F, F, right? So this makes sense. An A is 4 points. A B is 3 points. A C is 2 points. A D is 1.5. And then an F is 1. And then if they get a very low F, then they're just getting it's like a 0.5 grade point, right? So yeah, you guys can go ahead and set this up. And yeah, that's how you guys can have a gradebook. Now over here, click on gradebook one more time. This is where the grades will appear once a student has taken a quiz, or they've you graded an assignment. This is where all of the grades will appear for your students. All right, so just to help you guys out, I made a new account here and I decided to take the free course and I got a 50% on my quiz, right? I still finished the course, but I did get a 50%. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the grade book and see what's happened. All right, so here's an example. The students failed the course, right? He completed the quiz. There was no assignments, so obviously there was nothing for him to do, right? And yeah, he got an F because obviously he failed the course. So this is what the grade book will look like when students start to enroll and take the courses. So all of the grades will appear right here. So this is the quiz. And if they did have assignments, you guys can add grades to those assignments as well. And then this is the final grade of the actual course. So that is the grade book. Also, just remember, if you guys do want to see how the student performed on the actual quiz, over here under quiz attempts, you can see the actual full details of what they selected and why they got answers wrong, right? So we'll go over here and click on details. And here you can see what the student, what the question was and, what the student puts, and then also what was the correct answer. So the student put code, however, the correct answer was cascading style sheets. So what is CSS? They put in code. That is incorrect. So they got that incorrect. And yeah, so that's how we can see what they got wrong on the quiz. All right, and the next feature is the quiz export imports. This is a quick one, right? So let's say you're building a course. If you guys do create a quiz, you'll see that there's this little download button and you can download that. And then right here, you can actually re-import any quiz. So this is good if you're building a website from one website and you want to send it to another website. You can click on import quiz, and then you can just go ahead and import the quiz that you downloaded. So that is the export import quiz feature. The next is the assignments. This is the tutor assignments is a great way to assign tasks to students. And this is actually pretty important because a lot of schools and universities do have assignments, right? Not everyone only uses quizzes. So in the course builder, you'll then see this assignment section. So right here, I'll add an assignment. And this is tell me how to make a website with WordPress. This can be like an essay. This can be pretty much anything, right? Like tell me about United States history. Tell me about the Ottoman Empire. Whatever you're going to talk about, you can go ahead and put all of that here. It's all right. So tell me how to make a website with WordPress. And then you can give them like a summary, right? So explain from the basics, right? From hosting to WordPress. What do I do? Whatever. This is just going to be the summary. So this is basically saying the details, it's going to talk more about the assignment, right? And then you can also upload attachments here if you choose to do that. So let's say, for example, you want to give them a study guide. You can go ahead and upload an attachment here, and the students will have access to this attachment. So let's say, for example, like this is a study guide, or you want them to talk about, Christopher Columbus and his journey to the Isles or whatever. You can go ahead and upload that attachment there. You guys can set a time limit if you guys choose to do that. So, I'll just say, yeah, this is 1 week, right? Or 2 weeks, whatever. And this is the maximum points a student can score, right? So here I'll put 10 points, and the minimum pass point is 5, right? And this is basically saying allowed to upload how many files? Well, I'll just say 1 file here. And the maximum file size limit, this is referring to MB, okay? So this is the actual size. So they cannot upload more than 2 MB. They'll have to optimize their work in order to upload it to our server. And then once that's done, I'll click on Update Assignments. And then I'll go ahead and click on Update. Now let's take a look at this from the student's perspective, and then I'll show you what happens once they submit it. All right, so this is the same student that failed the course. So sad, but all right. We have a new little tab here. Tell me how to make a website with WordPress. Let's click on this. So this is the actual assignment. Tell me how to make a website with WordPress. Explain from the basics from hosting to WordPress. What do I do? And then this is like an attachment that they can use to download. And here I'll click on Start Assignment Submit. Now there's a few options, right? The student can go ahead and type everything in. I don't recommend doing that because personally, I have done this before on universities. And what happens is, let's say, for example, they write a really, really long assignment and something happens to the server or their browser, or if something happens, everything gets erased. From a student's perspective, I would like to have the option to upload the assignments where we can go ahead and download it and then you can grade it later. But I'll just give you both examples. So this is how to make a website with WordPress, right? And then here I'll go also and choose a file here, and I'll just go ahead and let me see here. What should I use? Here, I'll just use this signature, whatever. I'll open this, and then I'm going to submit the assignments. Below that, we have the description here as well. I think they're both right there. Yeah. Is it? Oh, no, it's not. It's just down there again. I didn't even see that. So I didn't know that. All right, so once that's done, I'll click on Submit Assignments. All right, so the student has submitted the assignments, and as of right now, it's currently pending. So we'll have to go ahead and wait for the teacher to score it. Let's go ahead and score it. All right, so I'm back on my admin portal, and here you can see that we have the assignments. Daryl Wilson, he submitted the course, and here we have to evaluate it. So let's click on Evaluate. All right, so this is what the student said, and also this is the actual assignment file. Now, I'm gonna say, you know what, Daryl? Not bad, we'll give you a 7. We're gonna give you a 7 out of 10. And next time, talk about plugins. And then I'll go ahead and evaluate the submission. So what that means is I'm giving them a grade now for that specific assignment. And now we can see the student's grade has been adjusted. So it went from an F to actually a D because the assignments gave the student a little bit more points. The student did get a C, right? Because we gave him a 7 out of 10. So now the grade has correctly been adjusted. So that's how you guys can add assignments to your courses. And just as a parting gift, let's just go ahead and refresh this page and let's just see what's going on here. All right, so the student, you can see, has passed. We have the earned marks, the pass mark, which was a 5, and then we have the instructor note. Next time, talk about plugins. So there you go. The student got feedback from his assignment. All right, next we have the certificates, and I did show you guys how to build a certificate. However, on every course, there will be a template that you guys can apply at the bottom of the page. So over here under Edit Course, I'll scroll down to the bottom, and you will now see that we have the certificates templates. So I can just go ahead and use any of these templates. I'll just go ahead and use this one here. Now, we also did set this in the settings, and if you guys do use that, it will override it. So it's considered a global option. However, these right here will also self-propagate. So for example, we can see the student name is always self-propagated. The course title, you guys can actually click on preview here and just take a closer look just in case you want to see it. So, this will be like the student's name, the course, and then the instructor and stuff like that. So you'll go ahead and select a template, or you guys can just go ahead and use the one that we built using the certificate builder. All right, so next we have course attachments. This allows you to add unlimited attachments to any course. And this can be found on any lesson right here. So I'll just click on any lesson, right, and click on edit. And if we scroll down right here, you will then see that we can go ahead and upload attachments. So this means when a student takes this lesson, they will have the option to download any attachment that you upload. Next, we have course preview. This will unlock some lessons for students before enrollment. Over here, let's go ahead and click on any lesson. And at the bottom of the page, you're gonna see this enable course preview. Now, if this is checked, the user can go ahead and preview this course. Even if this course is paid, right? They can go ahead and take a look and enroll in the course just to see like the instructor, how he teaches, his teaching style, and also just to see if it's a right fit for him. Now, a good strategy here is to always have this option available for like the first lesson or even the second lesson, because that might commit the user to purchase the course. So for example, if they see this, if they see this course, they're not sure if they want to buy it or not. They say, let me just see lesson 1. If I like the teacher and I think he's cool, sure, I'll go ahead and buy the course. So a lot of users and instructors tends to have this option available for like the first 2 lessons. Next, the email section. I already showed you guys the email earlier in the settings tab. So yeah, that is what emails are. You guys can go ahead and find the emails in the settings options right here and click on email. And this is where you guys can go ahead and design and customize, or even enable specific emails to be sent, just depending on what you want to do with your website. So next we have the multiple instructors. Now there's a few things that you guys might need to do in order for this to work properly. The first thing is you need to have 2 instructors. So over here under all users, you want to make sure that you have tutor instructor, right? So you need to make sure that whatever person signs up or instructor signs up, that they have the role for tutor instructor. For example, if you want to change Rebecca over here to a tutor instructor where they can teach on our website, and then we'll scroll down right here, and under the role, we will then go ahead and put tutor instructor. I'll scroll down all the way to the bottom and click on update user. What this allows Rebecca to do now is that Rebecca can now go ahead and upload courses onto our website. So we'll go over here to all users, and now you'll see that Rebecca is now a tutor instructor. So now that I've done that, I need to make one more option available right here under Tutor LMS Pro. I'll go over here to settings, and you want to make sure that enable marketplace is enabled. This will allow multiple instructors to upload their courses. Once that's done, now we can go to pretty much any course here. I'll just click on web design course. We'll scroll down to the bottom here, all the way to the bottom, and now you can see instructors. So we have the admin, but we can also add Rebecca here, right? So we can say Rebecca is also teaching the course as well, and save the changes. All right, and then we'll scroll up here and click on update. Now, if you guys decide to do this, you guys will probably need to work out some monetization with the actual instructors, because I believe as of right now, we do have this like a revenue share for monetization. So I believe like the instructor will take 75%. So that will be divided into 2 between those 2 instructors. Okay, so if you guys do have multiple instructors, just make sure that you have the proper revenue set here, just so there's no problems later in the future. All right, cool. So let's keep going here. Next, we have the notifications. This will essentially turn on notifications on your website or in their browser. This can be found in the Tutor LMS Pro settings under notifications. So I already did talk about this, and this is where you can find this feature. So you guys can go ahead and turn on notifications on either your website or on their browser by selecting the push notification checkbox. Next, we have the prerequisites. This means the user must complete specific courses before they enroll in other courses. This can be found in the course tab, right? Going down here under the course prerequisites, I can say, you know what, you must finish the intro to JavaScript before you enroll in this course. And then I'll click on update. All right, so I went to a new browser here, and if I scroll down, you're gonna see course prerequisites. It says, please note that this has the following prerequisites, which must be completed before it can be accessed. They're basically saying I have to finish the intro to JavaScript course, and you know, they're given a link here where they can go ahead and enroll in this course before they take the other course, because it does have prerequisites. So that's how the prerequisite add-on works. All right, and next we have the reports. So check your course performance through the Tutor Report Stats. This can be found under the Tutor LMS, under Reports. This essentially just gives you stats, right? So published courses, courses enrolled, lessons, quizzes, questions, instructors, students, and so on and so forth. Here you guys can get a little bit more information on the sales. You can see the most popular courses, the last enrolled courses. You can see the reviews on your school, the new students, and then also new teachers that have also registered on your websites. Over here under courses, you guys do get a little bit more analytics. You can see the lessons, the assignments, the total students, and also how much money that course has made. The reviews, you can see, you know, you guys got some reviews. You guys can go ahead and delete bad reviews on your website. If you feel like, you know, you got trolls and they're just like, you know, just leaving you negative reviews for no reason, you can, you know, delete that or whatever, you know. Here we have sales. So you can see all of the sales from your courses here. You guys can see I did do a lot of testing for this video. So I did have to buy a lot of courses to test stuff out. And then also here you have just some students where you can take a look at all your students and you can search for them, you know, by course, whatever, you know. So yeah, this is the report section, and this is how you can get detailed reports for your course websites. All right, and the last feature is connect Tutor LMS with the Zoom to host live online classes. Students can attend live classes right from the lesson page. So before we actually use Zoom, we first need to connect Zoom with our website. Up here, we'll go to the Tutor LMS Pro, and then you'll then see this Zoom tab right here. Now you guys will need to make a Zoom account. So this is zoom.com, and in case you guys don't know, Zoom is a platform where students can connect all from one location. It looks like right now their website's having problems or something. It's a little weird, but a lot of workplaces are also using Zoom. In fact, a lot of workplaces are now integrating to a remote location where people can now just work from home using Zoom. So it's a very popular website. You guys will need to make an account in order for this to work. So right here, you guys can see that I do have my account already created. So you'll first go ahead and make an account with Zoom, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and connect Zoom with our website. Let's go back over here, and we need to first enter an API key. So it says right here, go to the Zoom website. All right, and once you're here, you will go ahead and go to JWT, and this is where you're going to generate your API key and also your secret key. So you're gonna go ahead and put your API key here and also your secret key right here. So I'll go ahead and click on view here. Now you guys will have to go ahead and create it. It probably takes like 1 minute, right? You just go ahead and enter in some credentials and stuff like that. And here is my API key, all right? I'll go ahead and copy this, go over here, paste my API key in there, right? And then I'll go ahead and also copy my API secrets. And then I'll also paste that there. I will click on save and check connection. All right, cool. So now you can see that our website is now integrated with Zoom. And over here, settings, you do have some options. Here you can join before host. I'll go ahead and turn that on. Mute participants. And you do have some other really cool options here for Zoom. You know, I think this was in an update. I don't even remember this being here. So yeah, if you want to mute people, that's also pretty cool. If like you got some kids who are really loud and obnoxious, you can just go ahead and mute them. So now that I've done that, let's go over here to the courses section. And now let's go click on a course. All right, I will then scroll down over here. And we'll go ahead and just open up any one of these little lessons. And now you're gonna see this option right here that says Zoom Live Session. So let's click on Zoom Live Session. And this is gonna be like class discussion, right? Class discussion. And this is a class discussion. The meeting time is, we'll just put today, you know, today. And today, right now, you know, we'll put right now here. Let's see, the 14th here. Let's see here. We got the 14th, right? It's about 4:40. So I'll do here at 4:40 p.m. And this is about 60 minutes long. All right. My time zone here, GMT +7. All right, you'll go ahead and select your time zone. All right. And you can select a password if you choose to or not. Once you guys are done with that, you'll then click on Create Meeting. Here I'll go ahead and enter a password. So I'll just put Patty. And then I'll click on Create Meeting. And then I'll click on Update. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to my account right here and go to Host. And then I'll do Screen Share Only. Would you like to start this meeting? Class discussion. I'll click on Start. So Zoom already knows that we have classes that are already supposed to be launched. Here, I'll just click on openzoom.us. First, I'll go ahead and share my screen. And I'll just create like a whiteboard, you know, whatever. We'll use the Zoom features here. And this will be like, hello, you know, or whatever, you know. All right, so I am now the student, and I'm gonna say, all right, so let's go ahead now and enroll in the class discussion. So here, you can see that this is already started. So I'll click on Join in Browser. All right, so now I'm gonna join the meeting, and my name is Robert, right? So let's say the student is Robert, and here I'll click on Join. And there you go. So now we can see the student is now viewing Daryl's screen. So that's how you guys can create a Zoom meeting. So I did get a little bit of reverb, so I decided to take it down, but you can see that Daryl's in here and also Robert are both in here. And now I can share the screen to, you know, pretty much anything, right? I can, you know, share my screen, I can create a whiteboard, and all the students in here will be able to see exactly what I'm doing. So that's how you guys can integrate Zoom onto your online course website. Welcome back, party people. So at this point, you guys are like pros with WordPress, and you guys also know how to use the Tutor LMS Pro plugin. So congratulations. Now, before I let you guys go, I just want to make one more section that talks about the act of selling courses, what to include, how to keep it structured, and also things to avoid, right? Because I think a lot of people, they jump to those third-party websites right away, and that's not where you want to go, man. And I'll talk about why in this part of the video. All right, so let's get started.